Hello everybody, it's Mike again, and the question is, how long does it take to go from the couch potato to walking 5 miles a day? From 0 miles a day to walking 5 miles a day, how long does that take? Well, realistically, in my case, I'll just give you the rundown. So I started in August, I think it was August 4th, 2024. And I first started out walking about maybe 1.5 miles, something like that. And I guess that was taking me probably 40 minutes. It was a pretty slow walk, but I stayed with it. And somewhere along in, I'm gonna say September, early September, maybe it was mid-September, I added to the track and got it up to a little over 2 miles. So that was about a 45-minute walk. And then as time went by, it got a little longer. So I was walking a solid 45 minutes from, say, late September till October, November, and then in mid-December, the momentum just took over, and I just did double what I'd been doing, and that was about 90 minutes. And so you're going to be looking at 15 minutes per mile. So in my case, I had a pretty physical job compared to a lot of people being in roofing, not actually physically doing roofing, but in the roofing business, where I would be out on construction job sites pretty much several days a week, in and out. So I was not really starting from very limited activity. There's walking on job sites, and that obviously helps. So I think you should take it slow. You could obviously condense that down if you set your mind to it, but the goal, as we've talked about, is you want to get through 60 days so you can make sure that habit of walking sticks. And 60 days is the magic. At least it was in my case, and I believe it is for most people going to be the 60 days or more. So that's the main goal. And then you want to be looking at your time. You want to be out here walking for 1.5 hours, hour 45 minutes to get your 5 miles in. And you can go even further if you want. I'm averaging a little over 5 miles now, but not really a function of me setting that goal. It's just the way it's working out. So again, every person's different, but what you wouldn't want to do is try to overdo it. There's no magic about 5 miles, 2 miles, 1 mile, 2.5 miles, 3 miles. Some people, that's enough. But if you're not doing anything, you got to give yourself a runway. You got to give yourself a runway. When I started out, I didn't have any goal about walking 5 miles. I was like, well, can I do 1 mile? Can I do 2 miles? I mean, I just need to be physically active. That was the goal. And the 5 miles was really just an add-on of having been at it over a consistent period of months. So that's where we talk about where the momentum starts to overtake everything. Instead of you looking for reasons not to walk, you're looking for reasons to go make the walk. And that's where momentum's on your side. And that's where your life is changing for the better. And then of course you have the proof journal. We've talked about it. A notebook. You write down every day what you did that day. Did you walk? How far did you walk? What did you do that you normally would have done before you didn't do, like eat large fries or ice cream or things that are detrimental that you discarded? So you're showing yourself that you are changing for the better. Maybe you're catching yourself just buying into those limiting self-beliefs that we all talked about. on a previous video. You know, my mama used to do this, so we do this, and daddy's always been a whatever, so I'm a whatever. Limiting beliefs. But, you know, the real key to this is consistency, staying with it, not putting too much pressure on yourself to get beyond your capabilities early on or before you've completed the 60 days, you know. And then you could start to think about, well, how many miles do I really want to do, you know? And maybe that's when you start to look at setting some goals for yourself. But for me, it was just a function of one day, hey, what I'm currently doing is not enough. I need to do more. And there was no resistance. It wasn't a struggle to walk the 5 miles. And now, if I don't walk the 5 miles, it's similar to when I walk the 2.5 miles. Right now, the 5 miles is great, but I probably need to add some more to it in some form, maybe some weightlifting and some other things, or maybe I do increase my distance. I don't know, but it comes naturally. The consistency, the momentum. You get to a point you're like, hey, you know what? This 2.5's not doing it. I think I'm gonna go another round. And you'll find that it just happens. It almost seems effortless, which is counterintuitive to what you may be thinking. But again, if you stay with it, that's what's going to happen. So I hope that helps. Obviously, if you like what we're doing, subscribe to the channel. And again, what we're doing here is creating a motivational walking journey to motivate you to either start a program, keep going with your program. You know, maybe you've fallen off the wagon, so to speak, to get back at it. But again, love to hear from you. Any comments you have, and thank you for listening.